Hi kids, are you ready for a big, exciting adventure? Today, we're going to meet 4 brave and helpful truck friends who work together to keep their town safe and happy. Let's say hello to Fiery the fire truck, Amber the ambulance, Dumpy the dump truck, and Dozer the bulldozer. Each one has a special job, and when they work as a team, anything is possible. On a bright, sunny morning, the construction site was bustling with activity. Dumpy, the dump truck, was busy hauling sand from one end of the site to the other. As he rolled along, he sang to himself, hauling sand, beep, beep, beep. I love helping build new things. His big bed was full of soft, golden sand, ready to be delivered wherever it was needed. Nearby, Dozer the bulldozer was hard at work. He pushed piles of dirt and rocks with his strong blade, making the road smooth and safe for the other trucks and workers. Dozer smiled happily, saying, clearing roads, push, 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 nothing can stop me. With every push, the construction site became a little better, and the workers cheered him on. Suddenly, something unexpected happened. Thick, gray smoke began to rise from the middle of the construction site. The workers noticed it right away. One of them shouted, "Oh no! Fire! Help!" The flames started to grow, and everyone knew they had to act fast to keep everyone safe. Just then, a loud siren echoed through the air. Fiery the fire truck raced onto the scene, his flashing lights shining brightly. Fiery was always ready to help, and today was no different. He called out in his brave voice, "Don't worry, friends, I'll splash the fire away." Fiery extended his hose and sprayed cool water onto the flames. The water hissed and steamed, but the smoke was still everywhere, making it hard to see and breathe. That's when Amber the ambulance arrived, gentle and caring, always looking out for her friends. She rolled up next to the workers, ready to help anyone who might be hurt. Amber said, "I'm here. If anyone gets hurt, I'll help right away." She noticed one worker coughing badly from the smoke and quickly handed him a small oxygen mask. "This will help you breathe until the smoke is gone," Amber reassured him. The worker smiled gratefully, feeling much better with Amber's help. But the fire was still burning, and everyone knew they had to work together to put it out. Dumpy had an idea. He said, "I can drop sand to stop the fire from spreading." He carefully positioned himself and released a load of sand onto the edge of the fire, creating a barrier that slowed the flames down. Dozer wasn't far behind. With confidence in his voice, he said, "And I'll push the heavy beams away to clear a safe path." Dozer used his strong blade to move big pieces of debris and wood, making sure everyone could get out safely and quickly. Working side by side, Dumpy and Dozer made the area safer for Fiery and Amber to continue helping. Now, all the truck friends were working together. Fiery kept spraying water to cool down the flames. Dumpy dropped more sand to contain the fire. Dozer pushed debris out of the way, clearing paths for the workers and trucks. Amber took care of the workers, making sure everyone was safe and healthy. It was a true display of teamwork, with each friend using their special skills to make a big difference. Little by little, the fire began to shrink. The flames got smaller and smaller, until finally, with a last splash of water and a final load of sand, the fire was completely out. The construction site was safe again, and everyone cheered. The workers clapped and smiled, so grateful for the truck friends who had saved the day. Fiery, Amber, Dumpy, and Dozer stood proudly together, their faces beaming with happiness. Fiery declared, "Together, we are unstoppable." Amber nodded and said, "Helping is my favorite job." Dumpy and Dozer burst into song. "Teamwork, teamwork, hooray!" Their voices rang out, full of joy and pride. The workers joined in, celebrating with the truck friends. Everyone knew that without teamwork, it would have been much harder to save the day. The trucks danced playfully, spinning and honking in delight as cheerful music filled the air. The construction site was safe, the workers were happy, and the town was proud of their brave truck friends. As the sun set and the adventure came to an end, the narrator reminded everyone of the lesson learned that day. And that's how Fiery, Amber, Dumpy, and Dozer saved the day. Teamwork makes everything better. So remember, kids, whether you're at school, at home, or playing with friends, working together is the best way to solve problems and help each other. Just like Fiery, Amber, Dumpy, and Dozer, you can use your own special skills to make a difference and help those around you. Teamwork is what makes great things happen. Whenever you see a fire truck racing by, an ambulance helping someone, or a dump truck and bulldozer working on a big project, think of our truck friends and the amazing adventure they had. They showed us that when we join forces, we can overcome any challenge, no matter how big or small. The town was peaceful again, thanks to the brave trucks and their teamwork. Fiery, Amber, Dumpy, and Dozer were ready for their next adventure, always looking out for their friends and ready to help whenever they were needed. Until then, they rested happily, knowing they had made a real difference. And that's the story of the fire truck, the ambulance, the dump truck, and the bulldozer. 4 friends who proved that together, anything is possible. Teamwork truly saves the day. See you next time for more adventures with Fiery, Amber, Dumpy, and Dozer. Remember, teamwork, friendship, and helping others make the world a happier, safer place. On a drizzly morning in Busyville, the rain poured steadily from the gray sky, making puddles on every street and turning the playground field into a muddy mess. Dump truck. Danny rumbled down the road, his engine humming with excitement. He was carrying a big load of soft, golden sand, just what the playground needed for children to dig and play. Danny loved being helpful. His sturdy wheels carried heavy loads every day, and he always greeted everyone with a cheerful beep. But today, the rain had made the ground slippery and sticky. As Danny rolled closer to the playground, he noticed the mud on the path was deeper than usual. He slowed down, carefully steering through the puddles. The playground was in sight now, and Danny was determined to deliver his sand on time. But then, splash! Danny's big front wheels sank deep into a hidden patch of mud. He wiggled and wobbled trying to move forward, but the mud clung to his tires. He revved his engine and tried again, but nothing happened. Danny was stuck, really stuck. "Oh no!" Danny shouted, his cheerful voice sounding worried for the first time that day. "Help! I'm sinking!" Nearby, fire truck Fiona was finishing her morning patrol. Fiona was brave and caring, always looking out for her friends. She heard Danny's cry and saw his flashing lights in the distance. Without hesitation, Fiona zoomed over, her siren ready in case of emergency. "Don't worry, Danny," Fiona called out as she arrived. "I'm here to help. Let's see what we can do." Danny felt better already, knowing Fiona was there. Fiona inspected the muddy patch. She knew that sometimes water could help soften the mud and make it easier to move. With a gentle whoosh, Fiona sprayed water around Danny's tires, careful not to make the mud even stickier. The ground loosened, and Danny could feel his wheels move a tiny bit. Just then, Ambulance Andy arrived, his lights flashing in the rain. Andy was gentle and helpful, always making sure everyone was safe and sound. He pulled up next to Danny and Fiona, checking to see if anyone needed medical help. "Danny, are you okay?" Andy asked kindly. "I'm all right, Andy," Danny replied with a relieved smile. "But I can't get out of the mud." Andy looked closely to make sure Danny wasn't hurt. Satisfied that everyone was safe, Andy smiled. "Let's work together and get you free," Fiona nodded. "I'll pull from the front. Danny, you try to push your wheels. Andy, you can help guide us." Danny felt a burst of hope. With his friends by his side, he knew they could do anything. Fiona attached her sturdy hose to Danny's bumper, ready to pull. Andy made sure everyone was in place and cheered them on. "Okay, Danny," Fiona said. "On the count of 3, push your wheels as hard as you can and I'll pull you out. Are you ready?" Danny revved his engine, determination shining in his headlights. "Ready!" Andy counted. 1, 2, 3, pull! With all their strength, Fiona pulled. Danny pushed, and Andy encouraged them. Danny's wheels spun, the mud splattered, and slowly, Danny started to move. Inch by inch, Fiona's powerful pull helped Danny's tires break free from the sticky mud. At last, with a joyful rumble, Danny rolled out of the muddy patch and onto solid ground. The three friends cheered and beeped their horns in celebration. "Thank you, Fiona and Andy," said Danny, beaming with happiness. "I couldn't have done it without you." Fiona smiled, her siren shining in the rain. "That's what friends are for, Danny, helping each other when things get muddy." Andy nodded, his lights flashing brightly. "When we work together, there's nothing we can't do." Danny delivered his sand to the playground, and soon the children would have a safe place to play. The rain stopped, and the clouds began to clear, letting sunshine peek through. The three trucks felt proud of their teamwork and their friendship. As they finished their morning adventure, Danny, Fiona, and Andy lined up side by side, their engines humming happily. They started to sing, their voices ringing out across Busyville. "Teamwork makes the day so bright. Working together feels just right." Their song danced through the air, bringing smiles to everyone who heard it. The other vehicles nearby joined in, clapping and cheering for Dump Truck Danny, Fire Truck Fiona, and Ambulance Andy. The lesson was clear. When friends help each other, even the stickiest situations become easier to handle. Danny knew he could always count on Fiona's bravery and Andy's gentle care. Fiona knew that Danny's strength and Andy's helpfulness made every challenge less scary. Andy knew that together, they could keep Busyville safe and happy. As the sun shone down, the three friends looked at the playground, now covered in fresh sand. They imagined the children laughing and playing, digging and building, enjoying a wonderful day thanks to their hard work and teamwork. Danny felt proud to be part of such a special group of friends. He knew that no matter what happened, they would always help each other, and that made every day brighter. The trucks sang their song again as they rolled on to their next adventure. Teamwork makes the day so bright. Working together feels just right. With a honk and a smile, Dump Truck Danny, Fire Truck Fiona, and Ambulance Andy drove off, ready for whatever Busyville needed next. And all around, the message echoed. Helping friends makes every rainy day shine, and together, there's nothing you cannot do. From that day on, whenever anyone in Busyville needed a helping hand, they remembered the story of the three trucks. Whether the mud was thick or the road was long, Danny, Fiona, and Andy showed that friendship and teamwork could solve any problem and make every day a little brighter.